Hey there, Hip Chicks. I am a big fan of this DIY project. I'm going to walk you through what you need to know to buy and plan your next exhaust fan project. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment. I want to hear from you. And don't forget to go to our website, DIYHIPChicks.com too. If you don't have an exhaust fan and you have a roof installation coming your way, that is the time to get a fan installed. Our house was not built with exhaust fans because we had a window that could be opened. I don't know about you, but I don't really care to open my window when it's 30 degrees outside to cut down on the humidity. So when we replaced our roof about 10 years ago, we had exhaust fans installed at that time. The roof plywood was open. That's the time to do all of the ducting and the venting. One of the most important things about exhaust fans is that they should never be vented into your attic or crawl space. That just builds up mold potential in the attic. So it should be vented either out of the roof or out of the side of the house. So before you dive into doing this yourself, what are the skills that you need to do this fan project? Well, you need some basic DIY skills. So that means you may have to use bracing up in the attic, or you want to add some 2x4 support beams in the joists above. So you need some basic drill skills and electrical skills. It's not super complicated, but you need to be comfortable potentially stripping wire and putting on caps and taping them in place. And don't forget, you have to be nimble enough to work in the space. I was in my attic space because we did ours from above because I wanted to do some additional bracing. And my husband was in the shower passing tools up until we were ready to place this into the opening. So can you fit and squeeze and maneuver into the space you need to work? Hey folks, size matters when it comes to these exhaust fans. You need to make sure that you are getting the right size fan for the space you're using it in. And that is based on CFM, cubic feet per minute. So you want to measure your square footage in your room, and you want 1 CFM per square foot. So you need to measure the length and width of your room. Say it's 75 square feet. Then you want to be looking for a fan that is at least 60 to 75 or greater of CFM to get proper draw of the moisture in the room. The next thing you need to know before you buy a fan is the size of the actual unit itself. What is the size of the box in terms of width and length and depth, and what is the size opening you have in your ceiling? You don't want to have to expand the ceiling if you can avoid it. It's a lot easier if you can buy one that's the same size as your existing fan and slide it up. The problem can be that you don't know what size it is unless you can access it from above and measure. Now, you can look up the serial number and model number on the old fan while it's still in the ceiling and go online and look it up, and you should be able to find the specs so that you can then know what size unit would fit exactly in the same location. The other thing you need to know is the size of the exhaust vent. So here is the exhaust vent. This one is a 4-inch, but you need to know because they come 3, 4, or 6, and some of them can be round or oval. Again, using the model number, you can find that out on your unit without having to crawl up into the attic. Let's talk about the switches. There are a lot of different options for running this particular kind of exhaust fan. This one has a humidity sensor built in. So it is designed to go on when the light switch is turned on and the humidity levels rise. So you turn the fan on and you get your shower, and when the humidity kicks a certain level, this will turn on as well. It will not work at all when the light switch is turned off. So there's different ways that you can moderate or operate this device. There are also actual wall switches that you can replace on the wall that will connect to and operate your fan. Location, location, location. Where are you putting this fan? If it is over a tub or shower directly, it is supposed to be connected to a GFI-enabled outlet to prevent any risk of shock. And there are some add-ons that you want to consider when you are shopping. Do you want lights built in? Do you want a heating device that will warm your shower as it sucks out the humidity? Do you want Bluetooth technology so that you not only have a fan and a light, but you also have your music? And let's talk about the noise. No one wants to take a shower where they feel like they are being sucked into the turbine of an airplane engine. You want to look at the sones. That is the measure of noise for a device like this. So 1 sone is what is considered the sound of a refrigerator, where 5 sone is the sound of a noisy restaurant. Ideally, you want to be looking for a fan that is about 1 or less, maybe a little bit higher if you're going for a very large CFM. And don't forget to look for an Energy Star unit. You may be able to save money in its use, and it may qualify for a rebate. Here's a really important tip. When you are doing any ventilation work, whether it's a fan like this or residential duct work for heating, you don't use duct tape, okay? We're not using silver sticky duct tape like we would use on anything else around the house. We're using thermal heat tape. This is what you should be using. It is special tape that is foil-based. It is built to last up to heat, and that is what you should use to connect your fan to your exhaust outlet. So make sure you subscribe, like, comment. Tell me if you think you would even tackle this project. It's not as hard as you think, and I'm happy to have you here at HipChicks, and be sure to go over to our website at DIYHIPChicks.com so you can hear about all of our upcoming classes.